In my previous video, I mentioned that the majority of iMovie effects are Apple motion effects. They are structured in the iMovie app contents. To see the contents, find iMovie in your Applications folder and right-click or Control-click and choose Show Package Contents. Navigate to the Templates folder by opening Plugins, Media Providers, Motion Effect FXP, Contents, Resources, and finally, Templates. In the Templates folder, you'll find a series of folders for effects, generators, titles, and transitions. These will look familiar to you as you explore them. For instance, in effects, you might find Comic Ink. Here is a motion file, which is an MOEF. That stands for Motion Effect. In the generators, you might find a background, such as the familiar blobs. This is an MOTN, or transition effect, similar to the generator. In the titles folder, you might find credits, scrolling. This is an MOTI file for motion title. And finally, the transitions. As part of showing you how to recreate Final Cut Pro's sensor effect, let's make a few simple changes to iMovie's glow effect to temporarily change it to the Pixellate effect. Remember, this will only work at runtime and you'll need to eventually put the original effect back. Open up the temporary glow file. The one I've placed here is on my temp folder on my desktop, and open it in your favorite text editor. You can see that it's quite a long file and it's quite technical, but we only need to change a few things to make this work. Search for the word contrast. Around line 456, you'll find a filter named contrast. We're going to replace this with Pixellate. Now you don't need to change the name, but what's really important is to change the plugin ID. I've got that in the clipboard, and it will be in the description below this video. Let's change the pivot parameter, the second parameter, to 50. This is going to be a parameter that is 0 to 100, so this will just be a good starting point at the midpoint. Now, if we scroll down just a little bit more, we're going to find behavior called Rig Behavior 3. Now we need to make a few edits here, and these are all important as well. Let's change the affecting channel to ./2, and let's change the slider range from 1 to 99. Let's also change the min and max values. So you'll see there's two parameters here. Let's set the min and max value from 0 to 100 for both of these parameters. And let's set the value of the second one to 100. Now this change is very important. Make sure you change the factory ID of both of these parameters from 1 to 12. Let's save the file. Now that we've updated the glow effect, we need to substitute it back into the application, but we don't want to lose the original effect. So let's rename the original effect with backup. You can see that the original effect is from November 8th, 2021, when this version of iMovie was released. Because this is in the application, you're going to need to provide your password to make the change. Now take a copy of the new glow that you have just edited and bring it into that glow folder. Again, since you're adding a file, you'll need to provide your password to make that happen. Let's create a quick little project to test this out. I've got a sample clip here of a puppet policeman that my son filmed last summer. Let's apply the glow effect to see if our changes have taken place. In the clips above, select glow at the bottom left And if things have worked out, you'll notice that it's now pixelated. Since we set up the rig, we can now adjust the amount of pixelation that occurs, ranging from none to a little to a lot more. In the next video, I'll show you how we can add masks to apply the effect to a localized area.